Hello there everyone, it's King Sloth back again with another reaction video. As you can tell by the title, today we're reacting to the top 10 best special forces in the world. So I'm going to give a couple of predictions. First off, SAS obviously going to be top 2. If this program is made by an American, it's going to be second, with number 1 being Delta, number 3 Navy SEAL team, probably. I reckon you're going to get the Israeli Special Force in there, because they're actually really good. The French Special Forces are going to be in there as well. I'm not too sure of the rest, but they're going to be there. 100% they're going to be there. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, my name is King Sloth. I was in the army for just under 7 years, then transferred across to the Royal Air Force for a bit of a change, a different set of challenges. I do YouTube in my spare time. It's a good laugh. I enjoy having fun and reacting to other people's content because it is really good. Make sure leave a like around for 10 likes in this video. Comment down below what you want to react to next. It's easy if you leave a link, because then I can just put it to my list, cross it off once it's done, and you're all happy. Make sure to subscribe around for 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. But let's just smash it, Jot. Most important thing about this, you've just got to get into it. Okay, let's get it. Top 10 elite forces.
Joining a military force is one thing.
American. Okay, SS is going to be second then. 100% going to be second.
You can be the best candidate for special forces. These are the most exclusive
Ooh,
forces in the world.
Israelis.
From lands to seas. These forces are the most organized and best trained forces any country can boast about.
Wow.
These special forces do some of the hardest missions, whether it's about coming out of cold, chilly water to take...
Most of them, they do the hardest missions, but also a lot of the missions that they do aren't even heard of. It's that, like, swept under the carpet sort of thing. You don't know about it.
Taking control of the plane to rescue the hostages and eliminating the bad. They live the most secret lives of the military world and risk their identities for the most important missions of the country. Enlisting these forces as the top best has always been much of a task.
Very true, very true.
Let's get into the video, and then you can decide which force is the greatest of all.
Ooh, okay.
Number 10, Black Storks.
Okay.
Pakistan.
I wouldn't have expected them to be on at all.
Sorry. Force named as Special Service Group SSG. But why are they called Black Strokes? This is due to the unique design of headgear of commandos.
Okay.
According to the reports, the training of these troops involves 36 miles march for 12 hours and 15 minutes, run of 5 miles in full gear.
Okay.
It also includes hand-to-hand combats and airborne school. Having strict training
I would expect every special forces to have hand-to-hand combat. That's nothing special. I'm expecting something different if you're going to be top 10. Like, do you know what I mean?
Months period. Resultantly, only 5% of the candidates make it through the selection process.
It's 9 months training period.
Part of Pakistan SSG force.
Okay.
The Black Strokes receive training for surviving in variety of environments. This includes mountains, jungles, underwater, and even in jungles. During the time of
it said jungle twice.
Troops were trained along with the U.S. Special Forces. Now,
okay, that makes sense now.
They have fixed focus towards anti-terrorist operations. In October 2009, one of the commanders rescued 39 hostages from the suspected Taliban group after they attacked the army headquarters.
Wow.
Number 9.
Okay.
JTF-2.
Yeah, I thought these were going to be. These are really good.
JTF-2, which stands for Joint Task Force 2, is the Canadian Special Force.
They're very good. Very fast to action.
The crown of Canadian Special Forces and was founded in 2006.
Yeah.
This force is specially trained to deal with biological, chemical, radiological, and nuclear threats.
So, for those who know that, and those in the British Army know what that is, that's CBRN, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear. You get tested for all that, you know exactly what to do in certain situations. Then again, if a nuke goes off in the nearby vicinity, you're saying goodbye, and yeah, really.
Against the worst case scenarios. This force has worked more than
I guess that is very good, though, to be specialised in, to be specialised as a unit, have CBRN. Really good.
This force was created in 1993. This special force expanded, several hundred people becoming a part of this force, especially after the incident of 9/11 attack.
Very true. It becomes more patriotic. More people sign
number
up.
of confirmed terrorist kills in the world and have killed over 100 of top-ranked Al-Qaeda members.
Well done.
This special force
Very,
works
very good.
in utmost secrecy. Even most of the missions are kept out of knowledge of the Canadian government.
Exactly. I was about to say
Number 8.
that a lot of missions are kept secret for reasons, though. A lot of them are kept secret because some things, it's like a need-to-know basis. You don't need to know that we went and hit this target. You knew he was a target. You knew he's no longer a target. That's all you need to know.
Alpha Group, Russia.
Okay.
Ever heard of Spetsnaz?
Yes, I have,
This is
yes.
an umbrella term which is used for all the special forces of Russia.
Ah, I didn't know that. I thought Spetsnaz was actually a
Alpha
group.
Group is the most badass force.
Definitely have to want
GD,
some
which
content.
is the Committee for State Security, created Alpha Group in 1974. It is
Okay.
also believed that Alpha Group is operated under the leadership of Russia. The reputation
Not
of
for
this special
second
group
rounds to the
came
chest,
down
no
when they
flinching,
invaded
nothing, just like,
Afghanistan,
that's good.
and some members from the Alpha Group broke into the presidential palace in Kabul. During this invasion, they killed every single person in the building in just a blink of an eye.
Wow.
In 1985, a group of soldiers went to Beirut for rescuing operation. This rescue was of the 4 Soviet
Jesus.
diplomats. But when these diplomats were killed, the Alpha Group allegedly hunt down the relatives of those hostage takers and then return their bodies to their families in much smaller pieces.
Wait, what? So they were tasked with protecting them. They got there, they were already dead. Found out who killed them, and then sent their bodies back to the families. Cut up. That's very Russian. That's very Russian.
This was to send a message that
Wow.
there would be no terrorists acceptable. This might seem harsh, but this way worked for next 20 years.
I mean, does the
Number
job.
7. Sayeret Matkal.
Israel. There you go.
This special force of Israel is the
Very,
most special
very
and
good.
trained one for intelligence gathering. They often operate ahead of the enemies. In 2003, when a taxi driver
They're always
illegal
behind
hero was
enemy lines.
kidnapped when he transported 4 Palestinians to Jerusalem in his cab. This troop searched him and then rescued him from a 3-foot pit which was in an abandoned factory. One of the most famous operations
Wow.
by this troop is the Operation Thunderbolt. This
Okay.
operation was taken in action when many terrorists took hostages on the board of an airline which was going
Oh,
to end.
I heard about this.
Although by time many of the hostages were released, but still over 100 of hostages were kept in the terminal airport building.
And you've got to save as much
This
as you
special
can.
force appeared on screen and invaded that building. This operation resulted in killing of all the terrorists and every single hostage was freed.
That's why I like these special forces. They're very. Okay, you're going to fuck with us? Well, guess what? Going to go in a body bag. That's simple. I like it.
Number
Cracks the point.
6. GIGN.
The French.
France. GIGN, which in English stands for National Gendarmerie Intervention Group,
Look at them all.
is the special force of France. The
Very
special
good again.
forces of France working against terrorism have provoked their abilities over decades and are one of the best forces of the world. Unlike many of the
Correct, and especially with the
anti-terrorist
current
forces,
climate
GIGN
going
has
on,
arrested
there is a lot
many
of
dangerous criminals,
terrorism
encountered
activity in
suspects,
France,
and
in
done
and around
many other
France.
operations. From the time this force has been formed, their actions are always consistent. The members of this force are absolute
Magnum.
masters for rescuing hostages and intervention operations, not in abandoned places, but in highly dense areas, including the buses, trains, and airlines.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's one thing I remember on the day when it was the terrorists had got on trying to take hostages on the train. They literally pulled up in a car next to it, smashed through the window while it was still moving, got in, killed the terrorists, saved the hostage. That's the clips that I've seen of these. This is why I knew France was going to be in there, because most people would even be like, okay, the train's coming this way. They should stop at the station, we'll wait for them there. The French are like, no, we're fine. We just pulled up next to the train, literally full speed truck, smashed through the window, got in.
The members
Madness.
of this force are not permitted to be photographed as their faces revealed. Due to this reason, they cover their faces with special masks when they have to operate in public.
Ghost.
GIGN is
Ghost.
famous for using the advanced technology in different tactical methods. The most famous operation of this force is the assault of France Air Flight A969, which was hijacked on December 24th, 1994.
What are
This
these?
was hijacked by armed group who intended to blow up the whole plane over the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Wow.
For this, they murdered 3 passengers as well.
Fuck.
When the aircraft reached Marseille, members of the GIGN
Marseille.
group invaded
Not
in
It's
and
Marseille.
killed all of the 4 terrorists. The training of this force is so intense, having over 1,000 operations, that it has lost more men during the whole training process. Number 5.
It's lost more men during the training process than actual activities. That's an insane statistic. Surely that's nothing you should be proud of saying. It's like, yeah, the training's that hard, but yeah, people fucking die on it. It's like, that's not good. It's not a good thing to happen. Fuck me.
GSG-9,
Oh,
Germany.
I didn't think about Germany.
This special group was formed when the German police failed to rescue the 11 athletes who were kidnapped during Olympics in Munich in 1972. During the rescue attempt, all of the athletes were killed, including the 5 terrorists and some police officers as well. During the first mission, this group took control over the 4 terrorists who
the terrorists killed the athletes and they killed the terrorists.
Hijacked the Lufthansa Flight 181 in Somalia. They killed 3 of the 4 terrorists and arrested the 4th one, while 86 of the hostages were released safe and sound.
Very good.
From 1972
Good statistics.
to 2003, this group have completed over 1,500 missions.
Well
The
done.
amazing part is during these missions, they only discharged a weapon only 5 times.
Hold on. So then, they've over 1,500 missions and only shot around 5 times. That is completely different to things that would happen. How can these be so high up on this ranking list when in reality their situation is completely different? France, terrorist attack happens, you know they're armed. Every single situation I've seen with the French have been armed. You've got like Israel, you know they're going to be armed. Every other country so far, you know they're going to be armed. Whereas these people, the Germans, seem to be like, we've done these big missions. We don't have to fire a weapon to beat them. It's like, obviously they weren't like that hard of a situation. Then I'm guessing, like compared to other people do missions.
Of this 5 times, 2
That's just me. I'm sorry, but
to attack the people they were trying to capture. At present, approximately 300 to 400 people are part of this force, and their main focus is on the anti-terrorism missions and hostage rescues.
must be some weak terrorists who only fire your weapon 5 times.
JW GROM.
I've looked into these a couple of times.
GROM is the leader of all anti-terrorism acts in Poland. This was named after the Poland's topmost operational unit in World War II, which was silent unseen. The unit's other name is Military Unit Number 2305. This group began its operations in 1990 and have also been part of several war-related services due to their action maneuvering response.
Yeah, they are very fast to react to what I've learned so far. Very fast to be deployed.
Special Operation Forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. The training.
I suppose for a country like ours, well, it is a very big, like, honour to obviously partnered, go like on the same operation with like US Special Forces and UK Special Forces.
Includes variety of disciplines. All of the soldiers are given all types of training involving anti-terrorism operations, sniper shooting, and other special operations.
Okay, so they're really well trained.
Number 3, Navy SEAL Team 6.
SEAL Team 6. There you go.
SEALs are the special groups of
Everyone
American
knows.
force.
Everyone knows SEAL
This
Team
was
6.
created back in 1962 by President John F. Kennedy. This force made its mark when they performed the Operation Neptune Spear, which is a reference to the trident in the SEAL insignia. Where SEAL stands for Sea, Air, and Land, also called as Knights.
I actually didn't know that's what it meant. I thought it was just a cool name. Sea, Air, and Land. That's why it's SEAL. Oh my! How have I just clicked on about that?
Stalkers, and
wow!
Until their Operation Neptune Spear. During the operation in 2011, the Jackpot was the code name for Bin Laden as an individual, and Geronimo is code name for Bin Laden death or capture. They killed Osama Bin Laden, the leader of Al Qaeda.
Okay, so far that's not the biggest win of every service so far. You killed Bin Laden, who was hiding for so many years, and they went and killed him. Had all the information was in the right place. Killed him, got out.
The thing about this mission was the aircrafts used during this mission were from Area 51. Special helicopters were used to take the squadron of SEAL Team
I did not know that.
Pakistan. The Blackhawks were fitted with radar-proofing technology so they could cross border without being noticed.
Wow.
Forces can work near the enemies and can take them over before they come to know about their presence.
That's amazing. That actually is amazing, though. going across the world without having anti-radar technology, so that no one knows. By the time you know the helicopter's there, it's too late to run.
Soldiers can confront any form of threat.
That's madness.
Anywhere.
That's really cool.
Physical and mental strength is required
Okay.
for being a part of this force. And
Number two's next. Number two's next, by the way. And this is where I'm going to find out. Once again, I said it's made by an American, therefore, you know for a fact that the SAS is going to be second, and it's going to be Delta Force as number one. That's what it is. Obviously, I think SAS is number one because they're the best, most trained, and really good compared to everything else there. The people base their training off the SAS. That's what fucking annoys me. And it's like, nah, Delta Force. Fuck off.
the training takes
Guarantee.
place
Guarantee
over a
SS is
year
number
long.
2. Guarantee.
Many candidates can't even pass the physical training, which involves intense swimming, running, and other operations.
Swimming I'd be fine with. Running I'd struggle with.
Number 2, SAS. UK.
I don't say I fucking told you, literally at the start of the video, if it's made by an American, SS is number 2. Because everyone bases their training off the SAS. Everyone does.
There is no other force in Europe who can claim to be better than SAS. This
No.
is a British special service, which is known commonly as SAS, which stands for Special Air Service.
Very
It
true.
was founded in 1941 as a regiment who could operate behind German and Italian mines and support resistant movements against occupation forces.
Very
But
true,
later
very true.
Constituted as Corps in 1950. The person who created Delta Force was with SAS for a period of time. This special unit
Look.
undertakes a number of roles, including covert
So the bloke who made Delta Force was trained by the SAS.
reconnaissance, counterterrorism,
But you
direct
Yanks put your
action,
weapons
and
away.
hostage
I'm
rescue.
speaking absolute facts
Becoming
here.
a part of this force is extremely difficult, which involves the training of 40 miles march, 2 miles swim, and push-ups and pull-ups, including
Okay.
survival in jungle and many other operations.
Swim and tab, stand.
Finally, the candidate
pull-ups.
has to go
I'm not a
through
pull-up man.
36-hour-long interrogation session. The
I'd
recruitment
struggle.
process has 90% fail rate.
I think that's what I struggle with after watching like different programs about the interrogation process that they go through. I don't think I'd be able to cope with that, which it sounds really like weak of me, I guess. But I don't think I'll be able to cope with what they actually get into your head.
The members are also trained by MI5 and MI6 security services.
Wow.
Number 1.
Of
Delta
course, of
Force,
course.
USA.
It's made by an
Delta
American.
Force has members from all branches of military. Their operations are kept highly secret.
Meant to be the
Their
best of the
members
best.
are not called soldiers, but operators. They work in civilian
Yes.
clothes and work for whomever needs them to be the FBI and CIA. But it's harsh to hear that nor the United States government nor the military there officially accepts their existence. It's only from the
Look.
recent some years that their vague existence has come onto screen due to the leaked information forming the vague sketch of the whole unit. They have been criticized for
Oh, for
taking over
God's
missions of the
sake.
military forces. This shows that this group has more ability and power than any other.
So they aren't technically real? So they're real, but they take over jobs that aren't theirs. So I don't know why they're ranked number 1 then. In reality, they could be just rocking up and taking over other people's jobs, which aren't necessarily that hard. Like we had the Iranian embassy siege, SAS. Very difficult, very short time. No one wanted to go in. SAS went in with all the public around them and did the job.
Other military or special forces in the world. They are funded in secrecy by the government, keeping away from the knowledge of the public. So this was all about
Yeah,
the
of course they
GROM
are.
special forces. If you happen to like this video, subscribe to our channel, show your love by hitting the like button, and
no.
spread your love by sharing this with others.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for watching.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to go into it. I'm going to go into it again. If you're putting your special forces as number 1, when the person who made Delta Force was trained by the SAS and based most of their training off the SAS, surely the number 1 position should be SAS. If a UK YouTuber like me made this list again, SAS would be number 1. Without a doubt, there's no if buts maybes about it. Under the pure fact of most countries base their training off us. It's a fact. That's what it is. And even said there, Delta Force, the owner, train with the SAS. Therefore, SAS trained him. It's the best. He made this force meant to be the best. But we use SAS training, but then claim to be the best. It confuses me. I don't understand why the Americans seem to think the way they think. But the SAS is the best special force in the world. 100%. I don't know why Germany was on that list. They shouldn't be. I mean, to fire a weapon 5 times out of 1,500 missions shows it's not that difficult. Shows you haven't been in that situation where you've had to fire. Like, if you know what I mean, you haven't had the situation where life or death, there's not a lot of stress involved with it. But anyway, that's been King Sloth. I hope you enjoyed this video. You're all absolutely amazing, and I thank you so much for the support. Remember, I'm aiming for 10 likes on this video. Comment down below what you're able to react to next. Easier if you put a link down below. I've already said this. I can put it on my list, tick it off, get it done. You're happy. Subscribe, around for 3,000 subs by the end of the year. But most importantly, I hope you all have an amazing day, amazing evening, amazing morning, wherever you are in the world. It's been King Sloth. See you all soon.